that the recovery is finally taking hold. So typically what happens for emerging markets is the first stage after the deep down cycle is to improve macro stability. And India was fixing macro stability. It got out of the macro stability adjustment some time back, but the recovery was not strong because we had exports which were weak. We also had PPI and deflation, or WPI and deflation, which was affecting corporate profitability and corporate business sentiment to invest, particularly in the manufacturing sector. And at the same time, because the capex was weak, we also had weaker consumption growth. But now, finally, we see enough evidence of discretionary consumption picking up. You've got some wage growth. You've got some job creation through public capex and FDI investment. You've got lower interest rates. So if you see retail loan growth, that's accelerated big time. And inflation expectations seem to be finally coming down, because when inflation initially comes down and real disposable income increases, people don't really realize and actually spend. But now that inflation has come down for some time, we're seeing households actually beginning to spend on the discretionary front as well.
What will fuel the economic recovery? Because in order for the economic recovery to genuinely pick up, you need somebody who has to finance the economic cycle. PSU banks are currently running short of capital, and they still account for nearly 65 to 70% of the credit in the system.
But so as I mentioned, right now we don't have a big pickup in capex, and funding is not a constraint for government projects. The government is able to issue bonds and fund its infrastructure projects, which is happening off budget. So public capex is happening and does not face too much of constraint. And then on the other hand, the other component of capex is FDI. That's happening through foreign funded projects. So you are seeing that part of capex improving. And then we don't have really big need for big capex right now because we have capacity utilization which is low. So first stage is to improve capacity utilization, and therefore consumption improvement is giving us the confidence that we are on the right track. Eventually, 12 to 18 months down the line, you will see capex picking up as well.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.